it's Tilly from Tilly and the Buttons. My new book Mini Makes is out today, so I thought I would pop on to tell you the story behind the book and give you a little peek inside as well. So Mini Makes is my 4th book and it's our first collection of children's wear patterns. So it includes patterns inside to sew for children from age 0 all the way up to 12 years. So I was inspired to write it because I just love sewing for babies and children. There's something so much fun about piecing together small little pieces of fabrics, really going to town with the prints that you can use, the embellishments that you can add, and all the while as you're making them just imagining how cute they're going to look in the finished product. And it's just something so fulfilling about seeing children wear something that you have made. Maybe you'll get that sort of memory captured in a photo, or even the garment itself could be passed down the generations as an heirloom, something that you made. So whether you're sewing for your own kids, for your grandkids, or for friends' kids, it's just a lovely thing to be able to do. So I wanted to create quality sewing patterns in a wide range of sizes with our signature easy to follow instructions. The original plan was to release these sewing patterns as individual patterns. However, Team Buttons convinced me that it would work really well as a book, and I think they were right, partly because in having the collection of patterns in one product, it makes it really good value. You've got a whole load of different things in here that you can make. There's 24 projects in total, whether you're sewing for your own children or as gifts. Also, it meant that we were able to include a lot more information than you would get in a standalone sewing pattern to give you a more rounded knowledge of sewing children's wear. So there's lots of practical tips and advice in here, as well as embellishment ideas and ways of making the garments truly unique. There are 24 projects in total included in the book. Each chapter focuses on one particular pattern. So there's 6 full-size patterns, and each of those patterns has 4 variations, so there's a lot included. Each chapter goes through the patterns with our signature easy to follow step-by-step photo instructions with lots of tips and techniques, so you are in safe hands. The patterns themselves are included in the back of the book, so they're printed on paper here as full-scale pieces with seam allowance included. The seam allowance, by the way, is 10mm or 3/8 of an inch, something to bear in mind. They are printed double-sided on the sheet. Some of the pieces do overlap, so these are to trace off. Alternatively, if you prefer, you can download the patterns as PDFs with layered sizes. So if you want to, you can only select certain sizes depending on what sizes you want to make, and those are available to print either as on A4 or letter size paper at home, or there are also A0 files that you can send off to a copy shop or a pattern printing service. So the patterns are for sizes 0 to 12, so with age specific variations where appropriate. For example, babies and toddlers versions of the t-shirts and the sweatshirts and pyjamas have got shoulder fastenings to make it easier to get over their larger head size. The majority of the patterns included in the book are unisex. Now, I know this is very important to some of you. We've had lots of requests for sewing patterns for boys because there's not a lot out there on the market already. I'm the mum of 2 boys myself, so I completely get this. There's lots in here for boys, but also most of the patterns are just gender neutral, so you can make them exactly to your child's taste and they don't have to follow the sort of prescriptively gendered nature of ready-to-wear clothing in the shops. The patterns are very crucially practical. So what do I mean by practical? They have passed the playground test. By that I mean they are comfortable, they're wearable, they're washable, they're easy to get on and off, they're non-restrictive so kids can run and play freely. The main designs are all very classic wearable pieces, and then with the variations you have the option of adding functional details such as adjustable waistline elastic, or really cute embellishments and additions such as dinosaur spikes, novelty knee patches, ruffles and much more. The majority of the patterns are mini versions of popular Tilly and the Buttons women's wear designs, so there is twinning potential there. They include the Tabitha t-shirt, which is from my book Make It Simple, the Billy sweatshirt, the indigo smock and dress, the sunny jacket, the Juno pyjamas, again from my book Make It Simple, and then there's a brand new pattern in the book, which is the Ridley leggings. In addition to the patterns and the instructions, the book also includes lots of practical tips, advice and inspiration about sewing children's wear. So everything from choosing appropriate fabrics through embellishment ideas, how to make time to sew when you have little ones, how to involve kids in sewing, safety when sewing around babies and children, and lots more. So it will give you a much fuller understanding of sewing children's wear. The Mini Makes is available to buy now. You can get it directly from shop.tillyandthebuttons.com, and if you do that, I will sign your copy for you. Alternatively, you can buy it at bookshops, of course, Amazon, haberdasheries. At the time of filming, it's available in the English language only. We would absolutely love it to be in a lot more languages, but the way it works is we need to wait for a foreign language publisher to acquire the rights to the book, and then they would translate and publish it themselves. We would love that to happen. It's something that has happened for my 3 previous books. It's a long process. If you do happen to know any foreign language publishers who might be interested, then do tell them all about the book and encourage them to check it out. This book was a huge team effort. So many people put a lot of work into this. So I'd like to say thank you if you contributed. You know who you are and you have a credit in the back. Take a look and see who was involved. I would also like to say a massive thank you to everybody who's already bought this book. It really means so much to us and we're super, super proud of it, and we cannot wait to start seeing the things that you have made with it. Oh my goodness, I just can't wait to see all the cute little clothes. So please do share with us on socials, tag us in @TillyButtons, use the hashtag #MiniMakesBook so that we can have a look at what you've made and so that other people can find them too. I really hope you enjoy it. Thanks so much for watching. Happy sewing.